Welcome back to another video. This is part 2 of the wrap series on my Tacoma, going with the Avery Dennison Satin Black Rock Gray Metallic. In this next video, I want to go ahead and do the hood. I want to kind of progress these series. It's getting a little more challenging as I go. As far as choosing panels, I felt like the tailgate for video 1 was a good first attempt. The panel is relatively straightforward, nothing really challenging about it to do. And now we're going to get to the hood, which I feel is also going to be pretty straightforward. I don't feel too intimidated by it. Before we lay any vinyl, first step is going to be to give it a good wipe down, prep it with a wash and rubbing alcohol. I also am going to go ahead and remove the washer sprayer nozzles, and then I think we'll be ready to get after it. Let's do it. as you can see, what I have done is essentially created the term glass, which is basically laying out the film on the surface without the use of tools, squeegee, or heat. Cold stretching to the corners first, pulling tension at the four corners, then working to the outsides, just basically allowing a cold room temperature stretch on the material to start. What that's going to do is it's going to allow the material to space out evenly across the panel, and I'm not going to have to be in a scenario to where I'm heating, stretching, pulling, which in a metallic, in a satin, in a different grade, different finish films are going to react differently. Typically, gloss, matte, satin, metallic, color change, chrome, all those will have some different characteristics in the way that they lay out. So the least amount of manipulation, stretch, and heat is going to keep them looking in the finish that they're designed to look in. But on top of that, it's also going to make sure that when I'm laying this out, I'm laying it out in a way to where I'm not creating a lot of pull or stretch or tension on the edges, which then makes me feel better that when I'm complete with this and I'm driving this every day, that I'm not going to see examples of failure when the film starts peeling back and revealing the impression of a bad installation. So from this point, the next step, there is a recessed area here, and there's a recessed area here just as the hood kind of flows off on a body line. It's not very obnoxious, it's not a hard curve, so I believe what I'll do for this is I'll put a glove on. I'm gonna grab my heat gun, I'm gonna put a little bit of heat, a little bit just in that particular area. It's just gonna relax the film a little bit. And I'm just gonna take what's a palm technique, and I'm just gonna work and just press that film first down into that shape, that recess area of the hood, before I squeegee the flat surface. I always want to go for that first. Any available material is going to be absorbed into that, minimizing the tension or stress, which should prevent that from lifting back up. So that'll be the first step on this side and on this side, and at that point, we'll go ahead and we'll squeegee the surface. of the Tacoma wrap series is done. Tailgate is done. Hood is done. I'm happy with it. I'm still starting to really start to see what this color looks like, and I'm really excited to see what it's going to be once we get it out into the sun. So that wraps it up in this video. Try to decide which one I'll do next, and you'll see that next video. Till then, see ya.